Hey guys, what is going on? It is xckj here today, bringing to you guys on the Damage Champion tier list for December of 2021. I'm just going to be ranking all the champions from S to F tier and then giving you guys builds on just some of the champions, not all of them, just some of the better ones and how to play them and stuff like that. If you want to see a build for any of the champions I end up talking about and I don't end up showing it here, you can just look it up on the channel. There's plenty of other like gameplay and build videos for all the champions in the game on the channel, so make sure to go check that out. And before we do jump into the video, guys, I am uploading daily right now for the month of December, so make sure to just tune into all the videos, and I appreciate it so much. Just if you do enjoy this, like, share it with somebody else. I appreciate it a ton. Like, it is a lot of work to upload these videos every day, so thank you guys so much. And I do love doing it even still. So anyway, let's jump into the video. Starting out, we have Victor. Now, Victor, let's start out. We'll just put Victor in. We'll put him in A tier. And honestly, the reason why I put him in A tier is he's an easy champion to play and just do very, very well with. Like, so we got Victor. He's a hit scan champion. He kind of does a lot of damage to shields. We're playing Burst Fire Victor, of course. Like, he has got burst damage. He has an easy ult to use. He's easy to play. Like, I think he's a good A tier champion for the average player. Most people, when you see a Victor, you're like, "Yep, that is an A tier champion." You know what I mean? It's not hard to be bad at Victor. Basically, is what I was trying to think of saying. Like, Victor is just Victor. He's pretty good. And yeah, so I'm going to be putting him in A tier. Basically, as long as you have like you just put that recoil card on at least 2, you'll be set. So yeah, moving on, we have Willow. Willow is going to be, I'm going to put Willow in B tier. Reason why I'm putting Willow in B tier is because of her zoning ability that she does have. Like, the fact that she has a built-in like no heal button in her kit makes her super strong. She just throws that down on the point, combos it up with her seedlings, and then just deals some damage down on the point. And it's like, shoot, man, she has got a lot of zoning. Plus, she's a blaster, and like a lot of people are playing these a lot of people are playing hit scan champions right now. They're very popular, like Victor, Sati, Leon, all very popular champions. So just having a blaster kind of mixes up the damage that your team has a little bit. Not that it really matters, because like Haven and Blast Shield is basically the exact same item now. Well, it got combined into just one item, so I don't know if that really still matters as much as it used to, but it is good to know. Also, on top of that, man, her ult is just like really good. Like, it is very underrated. I feel like the fact that she has infinite ammo and like a lot of maps she could use to her advantage, the fact that she flies, but even more than flying, she has infinite ammo. You shoot out all your ammo, then you pop your ult and you just shoot infinitely. Like, so good, man. So good. So yeah, we are definitely going to be putting Willow in B tier. Moving on, we have BK. BK is going to be, dude, BK is just such a weird champion. Like, it's weird because you can have BK and S, and you can also have BK and F. So I think I'm just going to put him in B. Like, B is the most average that it gets, right? Like, the reason why I'm putting him in B tier is just because, like I said before, I have played against BKs, man, where they're like nuts. Like, they are so stinking good. But then I've also played against BKs where they're so bad, man. On paper, BK should be like destroying in this meta, because we're in like a shield meta with Barrick puts down shields, Fernando puts down shields. All these like good tanks are shield tanks, and BK melt shields, man. You buy Record 2 on him, and you're dealing like 1,300 or something damage. I think 1,300 damage, like a shield, a time you hit, and it just instantly explodes. Like, so good. So I'm just going to be putting him on B tier, because even though on paper he seems to be good, like, people aren't playing him in ranked, and he doesn't get banned, he doesn't get picked, like, none of the above. And it kind of is just like, it kind of is strange, to be completely honest. But and also with all that, he also has a stun built into his kit, and his ult is cracked. So we're gonna put him B tier, I think. Moving on to Sati. Sati is going to be the first champion that it's just like a hard S tier. We don't even have to think about it, man. She's hit scan. She hits for a hard amount of damage. She can go invisible. She has a dash that is also vertical, which is like so good for damage champions to be able to have a vertical ability. And with that, she like has got a decent ult, shoots through walls, but mainly the reason why she's so good is because hit scan, and hit scan is nuts, and she does a lot of damage on hit scan too. So Yeah, she is going to be basically an S tier champion. I don't play her that much. I just am thinking if I'm playing ranked, man, instant ban every single game. So just be keeping that in mind. Like every game that you're playing, if you're not first pick and you're not going to be playing her, just ban her because you do not want to play against a Sati. Moving on, we have Tiberius. Man, remember the days when Tiberius used to be S tier, dude? How the mighty have fallen. I think he's gonna be our first C tier champion, to be completely honest. It feels, oh man, dude. This feels, and also, by the way, I just want to put this out there. Every single one of these champions, man, they are playable. Like, you can put any of these champions in, like, and get good with them and make them, like, very, very good. Like, even, except for the F tier champions. Every champion except for the F tier champions are good. This is more or less just, like, what I think are the champions that if you get good on, you'll have the most success compared to others. But trust me, you can have a lot of success with all the champions other than the ones I put in F tier. But Tiberius, man, it kind of feels bad to put him in C. I'm just going to put him in low B, I think. Yeah, I think I can't put him in a tier below Willow, right? That just seems kind of weird. But he has definitely fallen from favor of where he was. He used to have just 2 win buttons built into his kit. He used to have his Q and his right click. He used to be able to explode his blade and just deal a crap ton of damage. And he also used to be able to just hit like his Q and just start chucking his damage, like his autos, just insane amount. But he just doesn't really do that anymore. So anyway, so that's why I'm gonna be putting him in B, just because of the amount of nerfs that he received in a row. It just like really started just killing him in a lot of ways. Moving on, we have STRIX. STRIX is actually going to be our first champion we're putting in F tier, man. He's received so many nerfs, and then they tried to, like, give him some buffs, change up his gun, make him a little bit different. Dude, every single time I play STRIX, man, it just feels like I'm just, it feels like I'm one little amount of damage away from getting a kill, and then I just can't do it because it takes so freaking long to scope in every single time. Like, I shoot, and then I'm like, and then it's like, and then I'm ready to go again. And I'm like, dude, this is literally so annoying. Compared to where he used to be, man, it just feels like it takes 10 years between shots. So if you miss a shot, oh my gosh, it is the most punishing thing ever. And even if you don't miss a shot and you hit him and you're at like 2,400 health, 2,400 damage, and then they're got like 50 health left and they're one shot and you just can't finish them because it takes so long between shots. So we're going to be putting him in F tier. Moving on, we have Drogos. Drogos, I think, is going to be, honestly, I think I'm putting him in C tier. Reason being, right now, ranked rotation maps, Drogos is just, doesn't have any great maps right now. He's really good on, shoot, I can't think of the name of the map. The one with, like, the apartments on the side. Somebody tell me in the comment section. Like, the one with the apartments on the side, and then you can throw them off the map on the other side. One side has the apartments, you can throw them off the map on the other side, and, like, the point is inside of, like, a giant room. Shoot, I wish I could remember. But anyway, so, not Frog Isles. No. Man, it's gonna bother me, but that's fine. Okay, we're putting Drogos basically in C tier just because he's a very map-dependent champion. None of the maps are that great for him. He has an amazing ult, and he does do decent damage, but, like, honestly, it kind of just gets, like, out-damaged by the fact that there's hit scans that do as much damage as he does, and, like, why not just play hit scan? Sure, you get to fly, but hit scan champions are so good right now that you're flying and you're just getting destroyed, so we're just putting him in C tier, not because of how he is, just because of, like, he's been put in an unfortunate situation where the entire game of Paladins is currently working against him right now, making him just, like, man, not that great, not as great as he was. Moving on, we have Octavia. Dude, I think Octavia's gonna be another C tier champion, and the only reason why I'm saying that, like, Octavia seems to be, like, in the same boat as BK, where, like, I have played against Octavias where I swear they're hacking, man. She's a hit scan champion. So the fact of, like, she just hits headshots, does, like, plays well, uses her bubble well, the bubble that just, like, makes you literally not be able to see. It might as well be a shield, because if you can't see them, you can't shoot them. Maybe you get lucky, shoot it a little bit, but, like, let's be honest, you're not gonna be able to, like, you're not gonna be able to, like, hit shots consistently through that. So, but with that being said, she also kind of has, like, low damage if you're not hitting headshots, and she can be just kind of a weird champion to play against. It feels like I can kill her pretty easy whenever I'm playing flanks, so I'm just going to be putting her in C tier. She doesn't have very much utility in her kit. Her ult can be good if you're playing the right talent, but Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna be putting her in C tier. Moving on, we have Leon. Leon is going to be our second S tier champion. Now, honestly, we're putting her in S tier just because she's cracked. Like her and Sati and Leon both can be worth banning, like 100%. Let's take a look at a build for her right here. All right, so grab Leon. You are going to be playing Alacrity, Eminence, and Precision are both like, man, not that great. But yeah, you can play Alacrity and then Swift Jade with Alacrity. Having this, being able to have this on 5, man, oh, so good. Bloodline's a good one of, Hair to the Throne. But as long as Swift Jade is on 5, like, you're going to do good. She has a good ult. She's hit scan. And with her being hit scan, all of her abilities are super easy to hit. Even her Q, like the big shot, the Eminence talent shot, whatever the heck it's called, that one is easy to hit because it has such a big hitbox. It feels like your right click is just auto hits. And when you dash, you hit everything in front of you. Like, it's so good. She just is really good against a lot of champions. So we're putting her in S tier because you just puke out all of her abilities and do a lot of damage. Moving on, we have Dredge. Dredge is going to be another B tier champion. Like, all these champions are just average, Like, and when I talk about Dredge, I'm talking only about Hurl Dredge. Like, Scuttle Dredge, trash. Don't play Scuttle Dredge. And then also the exploding anchor thing, trash. Don't play that. Hurl Dredge is the way to go. You're dealing like 800 or 850 a shot. I forget how much it is. Plus, with that, you have teleports working around on your favor, and you have some decent zoning with your right click, being able to just like put down some decent damage. And if you're on the right map, your ults can just be huge too. So I really just enjoy playing Dredge. He's a great sniper when you are playing Hurl. And yeah, so I'm going to be putting him into a B tier right there. Moving on, we have Vivian. Vivian is it. Vivian basically. I'm also honestly, dude. I think I'm putting Vivian also in B tier. This kind of makes me want to put Willow down a little bit into C, but and BK and be like BK and Willow could both be C. But anyway, we're talking about Vivian right now. So Vivian, we're gonna play her in B because she feels very average. Like once you get up into higher elo, she's bad. But when you're in lower elo, she's nuts and people just can't deal with her at all. She melts shields. She just does a ton of damage when the flank isn't flanking her or the flank is just bad and just like pushes straight into her and she just keeps on shooting at them and dealing tons and tons and tons of damage. You're like, what do I even do? Plus, she has her ult on like cooldown. Like she's not as good as Victor, but she's good. Like she just does Vivian things, which is just shoot her machine gun and not stop shooting her machine gun and deals crap ton of damage. Like whenever I'm playing against bad players, I'm playing Vivian, I get like 300,000 damage. If I'm playing against good players and I'm playing Vivian, I'm just crying because they're just murdering me and I can't seem to keep my ult up at all and it just is a bad time. But yeah, I think Vivian is a pretty solid B tier pick. Moving on, we have Amani. Amani is going to be a C tier champion, which the reason why she's C tier is because she has so many bugs, man. Like I play her and I just am losing to bugs. Like her fire siphon sometimes just doesn't do any damage at all. Like she just feels so weird to play. And with that also being said, she's received so many nerfs in a row. She's even not that great. Like sure, she has a stun in her base kit. Sure, she has the dragon. That's basically what she's got going for her right now. Fire Siphon is not as strong as it used to be. It's not just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna look at you, Fire Siphon you, and you're dead. It's not really like that. Like you can still do that, but not as much as you used to be able to do it. And yeah, I mean, she seems to keep on like after she got the rework, she kind of got reworked. If you remember that, after the rework, they've kind of been trying to figure out a balance for her because it really seems like she either just does too much damage or not enough damage, and then she really doesn't have anything else in her kit. Like, you're not going to make her stun any better, really. You could just buy some Resil and then deal with it that way. So, like, she's kind of strange, of a weird champion. I'm just going to be putting her in C tier for right now. Moving on, we have Canessa. Canessa is going to be, dude, so many B tier champions. I think Canessa is going to be high B tier. Let's put Willow in low B tier. And that just makes me feel better. All these champions are low B tier, except for these two. These two are like solid B tiers. These ones are all almost C tier. All right, anyway, but we're talking about Nessa now. Nessa's B tier because I played against Nessas that are S tier. I played against Nessas that are F tier, and there is no in between, it seems like. I mean, sometimes there are B tier Nessas, definitely, but like it really seems like either the Nessa is garbage or they're so good that they are just 1v5ing the entire team, like hitting headshots, just using, and they're always are playing the instant teleport build. Don't forget, like instant TP on Nessa is cracked, man. The fact like you hit a shot and then you get pushed by the flank, you just instant TP away, you flick onto them, you hit their shot on them, like super cracked. And also the ult is a little bit harder to use as well, just because like yeah, the ult is just, it's not like the same as, let's say, Victor or like Leon. Like Leon, you literally just hit your ult, you just point it, you hit it, you kill, it does a ton of damage. Like Nessa, you gotta like use it and then use it well. You can't start whiffing your shots, which it does feel like whenever I use an ult with Nessa, like all of a sudden shots just stop connecting, and like I don't know why. But anyway, moving on to the next champion, we have Shaolin. Shaolin is going to be yet yeah, we're gonna put him in high B tier. Reason why, man, is just like Shaolin just kind of feels like a worse Cassie in a lot of ways. The like it's kind of weird to say that, but if you like really look at them as champions, you'll understand what I mean. So they're both champions that have projectile shots, but play like hit scan champions. When you want a projectile champion to do, you gotta like be mid range, kind of like you're gonna lose to a Leon 9 times out of 10 just because the Leon's hit scan and you're not. So like you're not gonna be able to hit every single one of your shots. It's just how it is. So with that being said, like you got a good ult. Unplanted is a stupid strong ability, but like you're kind of just stuck. You're kind of just stuck like with your base kit, and that's what you got. Like let me reword it basically. All right. So when you're playing Shaolin, right, you got to deal with frame drops, because when every single time you pull back your bow, you're getting a freaking frame drop, which is super annoying, and you got to have a PC that can deal with it. Then on top of that, like I don't know, it just feels like you're playing Nessa, but just worse. It's very strange. I'm not a huge fan of Shaolin, but he is like really, really good. That's why I'm putting him in B tier, because like he still does 1,000 damage with a shot. He still has got like sand trap. He can do some cool stuff. He has a great ult. But anyway, yeah. So that's basically Shaolin for you. Moving on, we have Tyra. Tyra is going to be an A tier champion. Tyra is A tier basically just because Firebomb, stupid strong. She has a ability that literally just makes somebody like you have vision on them for like forever. And she has decent burst damage with her right click. She has good damage with her ult. I mean, dude, like Tyra is just Tyra. She's really good. She has been good for a long time, and people abuse her. And yeah, like you just get high ground, you just sit there, you just shoot people, and boom, you just win on her. Moving on to the last champion, we have Cassie, another A tier champion here on Cassie. Take a look at a build for Cassie here. All right, basically you're gonna be playing Exaction Cassie because Exaction is super good, but don't get me wrong, you can definitely play Impulse and Big Game. Like let's say you're playing into like a Yag and a Rom or something that's stupid like that. Big Game could be really, really well, or do really, really well. And then Impulse. Impulse is good if you have an Impulse build. I actually don't have an Impulse build built right now, but just with like some knockback in the kit and all that kind of stuff. But Exaction is what I have been playing a lot of. And then this is my build that I've been playing because Incitement is a stupid card. Basically resets your roll. It just makes you really mobile. And this is one of the reasons why I like her over Shaolin, right? Like Shaolin, you got one dash, so you get close with them, you kind of barrel stuff them, do your damage, whatever, you go unplanted, you get a pick, and then you don't have your dash up anymore. Cassie, man, as long as you're hitting shots, you just keep on rolling, rolling, rolling. So stinking good. Really, I just love Cassie so much. Plus, her ult is great. Just to pop it, get into a team fight, and then you just see everybody, and you can't, like, as long as you know what's up, you're not going to position wrong. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah, that's why I'm putting Cassie in A tier. And last up, we have this scuffed looking Octavia. I don't know why it's on the list. We are putting that in F tier because, yo, this is Octavia after she tried heroin once. But anyway, let me know what you guys did think of this tier list. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like down below. Let me know what champions you think are S, what champions you think are F. Do you agree with all my choices? Let me know down in the comment section below. I know people are going to be like, yo, like honestly, you could probably put Willow there. Let's be completely honest. But I am doing daily uploads right now, so hopefully I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Until then, peace.